We're live. First of all, I have to ask, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Can someone say yes? Because somebody called me on my phone and it's killed my volume.
Yes.
We hear you.
Great.
Yeah.
I literally can't hear anybody. That's awesome. First, I'm just going to go ahead and say this real quick. Like to thank Your Dankies from Fly Baby Fly on YouTube and James Sutherland those are the credits for the videos that we took of the Sunniland fly-in, and will help me out with the other one. It's Peace. I always want to mess this up.
Easy
All
pace
right.
flying and Ridge.
I will be right back because I have to figure out why I can't hear you guys.
Well, I got a question. Was that was I was trying to figure out if it was Mark McElroy or Kid Rock singing. I always get those two mixed up.
I think that one was
that was Kid Rock.
It was
Kid Rock, right?
Yeah, so today we have Krisztina, and she is going to be talking about the Sunniland fly-in. And we also have John, and he's going to be talking about the Easy Pace fly-in. So go ahead, Shane, and you can introduce Krisztina and what she's representing here.
Yes, Krisztina, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. I had the pleasure I had the pleasure of going to your last first, I guess it was technically your first fly-in at Sunniland Ranch. And other than having engine problems, which is none of your guys' problems, but the short flights that I did get, it was absolutely amazing. It is, what is it, 12 miles from Lake Okeechobee? Roughly?
I think approximately, yes.
Yeah.
10 miles.
Okay. I was wanting to make that trip, but my motor wasn't acting right. But I did have a blast there. You and Marcos are amazing hosts. I felt welcomed from the very get-go, and it was awesome. I'm so looking forward to coming to the fly-in. I literally left my house Monday morning thinking that I had so much stuff to do because I was leaving Tuesday after work, and I'm 2 weeks ahead. My wife had to remind me that it's on. What are the dates again for the fly-in?
On the 16th. 16th. Now we're gonna have people coming early. I keep getting phone calls and messages from people from different parts of the world. It seems, and people will come from the 13th, 14th, and will stay as long as they really desire. So the original plan was 16th to 19th, but we are flexible in terms, because we understand if you have to take a long trip, makes sense to spend more time if you have time. So we're really excited.
I'm as well. I'm actually planning on leaving Tuesday after work. It's about an hour and a half drive from my house to Sunniland. So I will be there sometime Tuesday evening, ready to start having some fun.
Yes, we will be here probably already celebrating.
Yes, I actually missed the party. I don't know why, because as everybody on this panel can tell you, I am not an early to bed person. I stay up late. Somehow I missed this whole party that you guys had this last time. Are we expected to see that kind of partying going on again?
You mean me on the table dancing?
Whoa. Hold on. Okay, let's clarify. Let's clarify this real quick. No, I mean the party.
Party. We had so much fun.
Yes, I did see video of you guys having a fun, doing the what is the Congo train or whatever. Yeah, I seen that was being done.
I remember Michael Jackson. I don't know. There was different music, but everybody had fun. We had someone with the light. What is it called when you have the fire and you're spinning it? It was my first flight. My first experience really out on a farm with people that are just so down to earth, and everybody seems to be on the same page, and just happy because it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. You don't have to be a special occasion.
Right.
And I just love the energy. I love the energy. So at night, the party that you missed, it felt like a family. And I
Right.
love that. Hopefully we can do that on this next event. Music. We're planning to have music.
Right.
But we encourage whatever you have at home. If you have a I don't know how to say that in English word, an instrument, or if you have a guitar, you can bring it and definitely.
Okay. So let's talk about the flying real quick. Is there a water available for people to show up with their campers and fill up there, or do they have to bring their own water?
Yeah, we're setting up water. Everything is in process still, but we are working on setting up water. We are working on setting up bathroom and shower area. Probably depending on how many we're going to build, which is happening as we speak. A few too. So I'm not sure how many people are coming, but from what I hear, people are interested, which is great because the more people we have, the more fun we're gonna have. And
Right.
yeah, bathroom, showers. We still have to put in a septic tank, but we still have enough time to get everything
Right.
done.
So my next question is generators. If you have a generator running your camper, are you able to run it all night long, or is there a generator running shutoff time?
I'm not sure of the question. I'm gonna ask Marcos. I don't think there is a shut.
I hope not, because I run mine all night long, so my air conditioner stays
Why
nice and
would there be a
cold.
shut-off time? I don't understand the question, to tell you the truth. Why would
Some fly-ins
the
will
noise?
shut
Is it
off.
the noise?
Yeah, some fly-ins will have a shut off where you're not allowed to run generators, say after 11 p.m. These are questions that have been asked numerous times, and I was just kind of curious if you guys. I know that when I was there, I ran my generator all night long, but
We did not notice. Like I had a problem because the distance is, we are far from everybody. And
right,
like when I sleep, you can use a nail gun. There was a time I lived in a house and they were doing the roof right above me with nail guns, super loud to it. So it's not going to bother me if people are using the generators. And I'm sure Marcus is going to be okay with that too.
right. So the first flying that you had, we had the one pasture, but you guys are removing the center fence to open it up to a bigger pasture, or are you leaving it the same size?
That's a good question. We were thinking about that. And right now we are thinking that the best way to do this is if we're going to have people move to the center and then people also have the front area. So it's going to be two separate areas. We don't know how many people are going to show up. So there's going to be two areas to fly from.
Okay. I will tell you, I was personally impressed with how they came out and mowed the grass and rolled it to make it as smooth as possible. That was a very big bonus for me. I thought that was a good touch on the host that was throwing the event, who wants to make sure that the field is as immaculate as much as possible. I do realize it is a pasture, but to go the extra mile to make sure that the field was cut short enough and rolled so it was smooth as possible was very, very classy of the host for sure.
I have to cut you there. I'm sorry, because you haven't seen it. Picking up poop with
Yes.
shovel and right? You missed it. And I'm gonna
No,
say
no, I saw it. I
was
just
it a
didn't
good
want to.
workout?
Yes, I just didn't want to bring that part up. How far to the stores and
Oh, that's
fuel?
okay. It's all natural here. And you know what? This is what makes it so beautiful and so um than natural, organic,
Right. Christina, real
Right here,
quick.
they will see the cows, they will see the horses.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if the internet's a little off or your computer's having trouble. I'm hearing about every third word. I want to make sure that everyone
boy.
hears what. Yeah, and everything worked great until we went live. Of course, that's how it works.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
Mark, I can tell you personally for your question about how far the store is. Walmart is about 12 to 15 minutes away, and it's literally pull out of their property to the left, go to the light, make a left. Walmart's on the left. That's how hard it is to find. To get back, you pull out of Walmart, go right, stop at the light, go right, pull into the driveway, go right.
I'll probably be riding with you.
Yeah.
Christina, can we hear you better now? I'm just checking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So any other questions? What events are there to be done? Okay, so Christina, during the day when we're not able to fly, are there going to be any events going on? Any kind of games or what have you?
Meaning, are we planning to do any kind of games on?
Maybe maybe cornhole or ladder ball or something like that. Sometimes during these fly-ins, I know you guys are new at it, but sometimes during
We are new.
yes, I know. When there's nothing to do during the day, sometimes the event will throw special kind of games or something. I didn't know if you guys had planned that or anything, or had any idea about doing something like that.
We're gonna plan on it now. Definitely, because I love the idea of doing something. I mean, we do have some ball. Even yesterday, we went to pick up someone from the airport area and said, "Okay, I have a football." So we were throwing the football for 15, 20.
Right.
And yeah, and I will definitely come up with something.
Awesome.
Hopefully, we will have all beautiful days, though.
Any other questions on the panel?
I have a question. Now I do plan on attending, and I can't believe how quickly it's coming up. It's just like a couple weeks away. But you guys, are you planning on doing this every year? Is this kind of like going to be an annual type thing? Is that?
Yes, we really like the first event, and experience. So we're gonna keep growing, and we're gonna hopefully be one of the favorites. Because I know there's a lot of, and I have no experience how it is somewhere else. So, and hopefully that's gonna make everyone smile and.
Yeah.
Christine, I do have a question. What is the cost to enter the event?
Okay.
And are you going to have
$60 for.
Okay.
We're gonna have so it's $60. It's gonna be $10 for tent. What else did we schedule? Yeah, and $20 per day. We're we are planning to have soda, hot dogs, fries, burgers. We did have food last time, but change it up a little bit this time, and you know, because we don't have much experience. What we saw, everybody's coming and with food, but we still want to have food available. So if you go to the store, for instance, which is only 50 minutes, we'll have food available and drinks. Yes.
All right.
and
I did not catch it's $60 for registration, and you're charging how much per night for campers?
For RV and $10 for campers for tent.
Per night.
Yes.
Or okay.
So it's $20 for $60 for the entrance, whatever, and then $20 a night for
Yes.
RVs, and $10 a night for tents. Is that right?
Yes. That is correct.
Cool.
And is this catered towards PPG only, or is it powered parachute and ultralight also?
Good question.
We did not make restrictions on who can come, so
Now with the area,
yes.
there
Meaning,
there
if
is
you're a pilot, and if you have your equipment, you're welcome to come and fly.
now there is a airstrip in the back of the property for single engine planes, correct? So we need to make sure that as pilots, we all need to keep our eyes open for incoming and outgoing planes, because when I was there, I think there was 3 different planes that came in and left. It's very interesting, and I thought it was pretty cool to sit there and watch planes come and go from behind the house.
Yes, we will definitely, if there is anything to be aware of. It's a 150 linear feet airstrip. Upon arrival, we are planning to give a map to everyone and a little educational course on which areas to try to. There are some areas with animals, so I will tell people to fly out west, and we will make sure whenever people are clear notice on what to know about.
Very good. Okay. Any other questions for the panel? We're only doing an hour show, and I wanted to give Krisztina the first part since she's going to have the next fly-in. Is there any other questions, or Krisztina, do you have any other things you want to tell us about real quick?
Just the dates again.
Yes. Krisztina, give us the dates for the fly-in. It's the 16th through the 19th, correct? Of March?
I would say that we're super excited, just like more excited and we can.
All right.
I've got, I think it's 16th through the 20th is what it is, isn't it? 16th through the 20th.
You're breaking up a little bit. Yes, it's March 16th to the 19th.
Oh, 19th. Okay, good. Well, one other, if
it the
someone
20th?
wanted to get
16 to 20, hearing in the background.
Yes, Marcos has spoken.
16th to the 20th. But as I said, people may and can arrive early and late. Stay late.
nice. We
Very
need
nice.
more of stuff like this in the winter.
In Florida.
In Florida, warm weather. I mean, that's a very sought after commodity, warm weather.
Yes.
So we're traveling for.
All right, great. Krisztina, I'd like to thank you. You're more than welcome to stay on, or you can jump off. It's up to you. We're gonna go ahead and hand this over to Will. Will's got a guest tonight that wants to talk about another fly-in. Will, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, man. Well, John, it was gracious enough to come on and share with us a little bit about and fly-in that I'm personally excited about. I know James Sutherland, and I understand he started that fly-in. Is that right, John?
He did, yeah.
And then you've kind of picked up where he left off and took the reins and decided you wanted to continue it. Is that right?
Yeah, I think James will be back involved again some point. I'm not trying to put a lot of pressure on him right now because he just went through a lot with his dad and he just lost his father. So I think he's going to be out to the fly-in this year in some capacity, and we're getting more involved maybe next year.
Right on, right on. Now, when is pace? And now it's easy pace flying, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And
Yeah,
it's
James gave that name. The airport is owned by a man named Ken Pace.
Okay.
And so James kind of put that together and called it Easy Pace. Kind of cool name.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it is. And when is this?
September 14th to the 18th.
14th through the 18th. Okay. Now, I've never been there myself, and so what is the field like, or is it? You said it's at an airport, so is it a wide open space, or is it clear?
It's a really amazing airport. Wish I'd have found it years ago, but it's a 3,000 by 150 foot grass strip. Owned by a man named Ken Pace. And they have a hangar there, a couple of hangars, and a bunch of pilots that get together and have breakfast every Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. And that's open to anybody who wants to come year round. They have breakfast at 8 o'clock. So that'll be open to the guys that fly in, and they just do it on a donation basis. The guys, they cook up a great breakfast every Sunday morning. So that's what I do quite often. I'll go up there and have breakfast, and then I'll head out to the church. But it's just a great bunch of guys, great camaraderie there. But so this airport sits on 500 acres of land, and Ken's got trails all through there that you can hike on, walk on. Open at camping. Anybody wants to come up there and fly in and out of there, camp there. He's just been so gracious to open that up to the aviation community. So it's a great place to fly.
Let's see. Nick says, well, is Ridgeway this year and not Franktown?
It's Ridgeway, yes.
Okay, Ridgeway.
Yeah.
There was another good question too. Mad Sloper wants to know if banjos are okay. You bring your banjo?
Banjo would be great. We're open to all kinds of entertainment.
Anyone on the panel have any questions?
Yeah, so this is going to be donation is the entrance fee, correct?
Yeah. I promoted this thing last year's no frills, and I haven't said that this year, but pretty much that way. There's 12 people that came last year, 12 pilots and some bunch of spectators. So it wasn't real big. It's kind of hard. It looks like this year could be a whole different ball of wax. So it's a little bit hard to, we're kind of new on the block. We're doing fly-ins and we're figuring it out. But so we're just charging $20, and half of that goes to Kim to maintain the airport. And then I take the other half and use it for expenses. We're going to have some outhouses and things we got to buy and things we got to do. Nobody's making any money. But Kim, he manicures that runway. It's just beautiful. That's one thing maybe I should bring up is no ground fires, nothing would destroy that grass. No vehicles on the runway. You've got a road that you can drive all the way down the runway on the side of it, but pretty proud of it, and rightly so. It's just a beautiful field.
John, quick question: if we bring campers, are there any dump stations or water accessibilities?
Well, there's no dump stations. He has water at the hangar. And last year he said if guys needed water, they could get it, but it is out of a well. And I don't know what kind of capacity that well has. So, you know, if you're talking about a few guys that want to get some water, that's fine. But, you know, I don't know if we'd suck his well dry. I had 60 campers trying to fill the tanks up. So I think we got to be careful with that a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to share a screen here too while you guys are talking, just to kind of give us an idea of where Ridgeway, Virginia is, and so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Martinsville, people are probably more familiar with Martinsville, NASCAR Speedway there. And Martinsville just a few miles up the road from Ridgeway. It's VA02 on the airport ID.
Let's see, Ridgeway, I just saw it.
John, are you a paramotor pilot?
I am, and I'm sorry to say it, yes. I've been flying since 2011, trike and foot launch.
Very nice. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, though, that here just recently, I bought an airplane and sold the paramotor. So I still want to go to all the fly-ins and enjoy the sport. We're going to keep doing this, but I did sell the paramotor.
Okay, so here is Ridgeway. You'll be back, John.
I might.
You'll be back. So this is Ridgeway here. And so it's looks like it's due north of Greensboro. And let's see, Raleigh is over here. All right. So Ridgeway, Martinsville, you said?
Yep.
And how far, like, say, from shopping or food?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in Martinsville. It's about 10 miles up the road from the airport. But literally right down the road from the field, there's a big Ace Hardware, and then there's several fast food restaurants, and there's some kind of low-end hotels just within a couple miles. And then if you go on into Martinsville, there's some nicer hotels. There's lots of gas stations around for fuel, and he sells 100 low lead at the field if you want that. But car gas, you got to go at the station, of course.
Very nice. Very nice. So what is the, the general rule of thumb at a fly-in, I'm sure you're aware, is you take off and you leave, and you don't just hang out around the LZ. Are there plenty of fields to investigate? And
there are. I found you get up to 500, even better, 1,000 feet, you got a lot more options for landing. But there's plenty of fields for engine outs, kind of thing. But I mean, if it gets real congested, it's always a good idea to get away from the field. But to be honest, a lot of the pilots there, the regulars, they come out and they like to watch the guys fly. So they can't see them, they'll fly away. And I tell you what I really, really push at the flying is being safe. That's what we want this flying to be about, is safety, because we all have seen so many accidents at fly-ins. And so we're not trying to curtail anybody's fun, if they want to do airbags and stuff, that's great. But just, we want everybody to use good judgment. Make sure if you're going to be doing something that affects another pilot, that that he's in the loop. You're not just crowding somebody, that kind of thing. And we're hoping we keep everybody flying and taking off and landing in the same direction as best we can, avoid those kind of incidents. And we just want everybody to go home safe.
Hey, John, I have a question for you real quick. The same question goes to Krisztina. Do you guys have avgas or non-ethanol at the airfields?
We have 100 low lead at the field. And
one from the background, from Marcos. And what? A? 23,000 gallons. I'm getting the information from the side, but I'm going to make sure Marcos comes, because actually he wants to talk just a couple minutes. So let me know when it's a good time to squeeze him in.
Okay, as soon as give us here in about another 20 minutes. We're gonna finish talking to John, and then I'll get back to you, Krisztina.
But they sell 100 low lead at the field, and then I haven't had to buy any ethanol-free gas. My understanding is there is a station not far away, a few miles away, that has ethanol-free gas, but I'm not exactly sure where that is. I just bought a LSA airplane with 582 in it, so I need to buy that myself. But I think it's just the way the guys talk is a few miles away. There's a station that sells it.
Right on. I was looking to see you have, and it's how I found the information on Easy Pace Flying, but it was a Facebook page. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got the Easy Pace Powered Paraglider Fly-In page up. That's the official page, right? All right, so I can share that with everyone so they know where they can get the information. Are you doing any kind of pre-registering?
No, we haven't asked for that. I'm hoping to. Maybe that's a mistake. I'm hoping that when that we'll get an idea pretty good from that people's response on Facebook, how many might come. But if we need more outhouses, there's a place right down the road that can bring them. We're really just feeling that I think there's going to be a significant difference between last year and this year. So I don't know what to expect, to be honest.
It's going to be a surprise one way or the other.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But to be honest with you, we don't have a whole ton of. If it looks like there's going to be a lot of people out there, we might try to get some food vendors to come out. But I want this to be as much about a fundraiser for our vets as is our flying. So we're going to raise money for Todd again, and also Dark Horse Lodge. It's a combat vet retreat in Tennessee, and then next year we'll pick some more guys and just different organizations. But so we're doing some things. We sell hot dogs all day at the event, at the fly-ins, and at the all day long during the fly-in, and we're going to try and do a little shooting contest. I told guys, bring your handguns. That could get crazy, but we're gonna mitigate the risk and kind of
alcohol and guns.
Something for them to do. Yeah, paraglider got PPG guys and handguns. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we're gonna see if we can do it safe. And there's hiking trails, like I said, through the woods. You're welcome to. Guys usually end up with their one wheels out there and that kind of thing to play, but. You asked Krisztina about activities. I hadn't done anything or give much thought to doing anything like, games, but it's certainly something we could do. We still got a lot of time to plan, and these kind of things give me ideas. So it's a work in progress.
I'm actually bringing my, I think it's an 8-foot by 6-foot projection screen. I'll be bringing it to both of the fly-ins. I've had this thing forever in my camper. I've used it once, and then my wife just reminded me, hey, don't we have that projection screen? I'm like, yeah, I probably should pull that out and let everybody watch YouTube videos or whatever on it in the evening time. I don't know why I've never thought about pulling it out.
You have a projector and everything go with it?
Yeah.
Oh man, if
Marcos was totally talking about that, to have a screen at night.
I got one.
So we were going to do that
That's
as well,
awesome.
and I was actually looking to buying one. And any help I can get with this, that'd be awesome. If you can bring that,
I'll be happy to share it. Oh yeah.
Money.
Oh yeah, I'll be more than happy to share it. It's I've had it and I've used it one time and I don't know why it never gets taken out and shared.
Yeah, that'd be great. There's something to do in the evening. Jeff Pearson was doing that out of his flying. I thought it was a great idea and I loved it.
Yep.
Now is the time
to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we have any other questions?
What's the weather like?
Oh, at that time of year. Yeah, John.
Very nice. September in North Carolina, it's summer's just cooling off. I mean, you could expect 80s probably. And we're
It cools
hoping
off in the evening pretty good, doesn't it?
I'm sorry.
Cools off in the evening pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, 70 maybe. Yeah, it's a great climate in North Carolina. The winters are very short, fairly mild.
All right.
And the summers you can get, up in the 90s, even 100 here, but it's not like down in Florida where it's just really, really hot.
John, you keep saying North Carolina, but this fly-in's in Virginia,
I'm sorry,
correct?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
I don't want to confuse people.
Yeah. So I live
It's
in
just
High Point,
across
North
the
Carolina.
line. It's North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's about 45 miles from me, and I live in North Carolina, but the flying's in Ridgeway. But it's going to be the same climate, and they're about the same elevation as here, about 800 feet.
Okay.
It's really the same climate. It's 45 miles away.
I don't want to pick on you or anything, but I want to clarify it. This fly-in is in Virginia.
That's correct.
I'm just trying to keep it. I know. I'm just trying to correct you so that everyone that's watching you will understand it's in Virginia.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I've never flown in Virginia before, so that'll be a first.
Me neither. Me neither.
I'm gonna try.
If you can fly Mountain City, you can fly anywhere in the world.
Yeah, right.
That's a great fly in there.
Yeah, if you can get off the ground. I had the hardest time in the world. But okay, any other questions? I don't see.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I had to go upstairs. I have a sick kid. But anyways,
COVID.
I do have a question. And I don't know if you answered it. Is this just PPC or is it PPG, or is PPC and ultralight also, invited to come?
We just promoted as a PPG flying, but PPCs. I have personal friends that I've invited that fly PPCs, and they're of course welcome. And so is, I'm not restricting any airplanes. We know that can be problematic, but typically you don't have issues. But and the reason I say that is because this is an airport with some fixed wing traffic. It's very rarely do you have anybody coming in. And Sunday mornings is a big thing. That's what you got to watch. Sunday morning, a bunch of guys flying for that breakfast at 8 o'clock. And they'll start flying in about 7:15, and they're usually gone by 9 or so. But other than that, very rarely is there any traffic flies in. But I would encourage people, if you have a radio, an aircraft radio, they get on 122.9 and monitor the traffic, announce intentions. But a lot of those guys, they're flying without radios anyway. But we are required to use the right of way to fixed wing aircraft, all of the aircraft. So be vigilant with that. And I'll have a radio on all the time anyway. And if I hear an aircraft coming in, an airplane, we'll let everybody know. But it's not an issue. It wasn't an issue at all last year.
Are you going to have a NOTAM? Are you going to have a NOTAM posted?
I got to talk to Kim about that. Yeah, we talked about doing that. I think, I've never done that, but I think we should do that.
Okay.
Very nice. Do we have anything else? I'm just watching the clock and making sure we got. Mark, you got anything for Virginia?
Deweese had asked about the dates, but Nick answered it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, it's September 14th through the 18th.
Right.
Is there any problem with people showing up early or staying late?
Well, I'll be there. This starts Wednesday. I'll be there Tuesday night. I mean, if anybody wants to come, they're welcome to.
Okay.
Of course, Sunday afternoon, I need to go to work Monday, so I need to get things wrapped up.
Okay.
Sunday by noonish or
And
really pulling out.
Would you care to share the cost again, just to clarify?
We're just charging $20 for pilots.
Okay.
We're just trying to cover some costs and help Cam take care of the airport.
All right.
And
So
we're hoping we can do real well with the fundraiser for the vets, because the shooting and the hot dogs and anything else we can come up with as a fundraiser will all go to the vets.
Very nice.
I would like to hear just a little more about the fundraising thing. You said that's going to be for Resurgence and for what
Yeah,
was
Dark
it?
Horse Lodge. Yeah, they're a combat vet retreat in Paris, Tennessee. It's just one we chose this year, and next year we'll probably pick another one or two. We're just trying to support as many of them as we can.
That Dark Horse Lodge, I think that PPG Grandpa did a show with them on there. Somebody did, and I watched it, and that's very interesting. If anybody gets a chance to go look into it, it seems like it's really good setup.
Yeah, and I invited a representative to come and share about their ministry there at the fly-in, and I hope they'll do that. And Todd said he's going to come out and share about Resurgence again with his. And
That's
so, like I
more.
said, my heart is to make this as much about a fundraiser as a good fly-in. And it's our fly-in, right? It's not an event that we're hosting that everybody can. It's a no frills. We want everybody to be involved and just share in the fly-in. I don't have a big staff. It's going to be what we make it, guys. To be honest with you,
Well,
and to keep the cost down too. I'm sorry. We're asking people would, and we did this last year, and it was just fine. We're not going to have a bunch of trash cans around that we have to deal with. So just bring a trash bag and take the trash with you. And that's how we can keep these costs low and not have a lot of overhead. It worked out great last year.
Well, John, if there's anything whatsoever that Shane can do for you while he's there, please don't hesitate to ask.
I will extend that out to Krisztina and Marcos. If there's anything I can do for you guys, let me know. I'm more than happy to help out. During the day, not during the flying time. I'm busy. But if it's not flyable or middle of the day, let me know if I can help you guys out. I'm more than happy.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When it's flying time, though, I'm busy. I just can't.
Yeah.
Understood. Thank you so much for the offer.
Yeah. You see Brian's question?
A lot of extra helpers here because learning from the last time, wasting more people. So we will definitely need more help, and we're all set up for that.
You see Brian's question there, Shane?
I keep having to mute myself because everybody's telling me to turn myself down or mute me, and I've got my mic all the way down. I don't understand. So
I thought that's what Krista did.
No.
I mute myself too, but I don't hear everybody talking.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
Krisztina, I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you: can we have fires that are above fire pits above ground, like fire? Can we have fire pits at the fly-in at Sunniland?
Yes.
Now, for John, you said
Yes.
you do not want any fire pits that will burn the grass, but if they're above the grass,
Yeah, as long as they grills or fire pits that are above the grass and not going to burn the grass, it's fine. And now I say that, but I mean, if we end up with some real dry season and it's a fire issue, hazard issue, Kim might say no, but
correct.
as of now, yeah, it's fine. And generators also are fine.
Okay.
I would encourage, I don't have any issue with the generator. I mean, I can sleep through anything, but I would encourage anybody that maybe check with your neighbors you're camping by before you set up and see if they're going to have a problem with it. But I certainly, I don't let them run.
I think the biggest issue with the generators are the ones that are not the inverter generators.
Yeah, right. They're noisier. Yep.
If you have the generator that's just yells the entire time, I would say, just as a courtesy for those who are around you, turn those off. But if you got an inverter generator, it's not a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Krisztina, you had something you wanted to bring up?
Fire. Yeah, with the fire, I also am just, obviously we are not trying to burn the grass here either. So anything about grass, right. And in regards to safety, I wanted to just invite Marcos. Is it a good time now for him to join?
Yeah, sure.
Marcos?
Yes.
Can you join?
I don't know what it is, Krisztina, but the mic, your audio keeps cutting out. I don't know what it is.
What should I do?
I don't know.
Here, I'm mute.
Here we go.
How are
Welcome,
you?
Marcos. Welcome, Marcos.
All right. Okay.
So you want to talk about safety?
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Can you?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
we can hear you.
I have
Yes.
some question. Here I have a lot of air traffic from airports around. You know, like West Palm Beach. You have a small airport here, is Okeechobee, and then another day coming through big jets flying very low. Events you used to inform FAA or the city or around for people flying around here.
You have to say that last part again, Marcos. You broke up.
The FAA or the Department of Police gonna have this event over here for the no.
Just can't hear him.
What's the general?
So what you to do? You communicate to the airports around the people
Okay,
have a lot of
Marcos.
paramours around here.
Yeah, Marcos, you're breaking up really bad. I think what you're asking is if you have to contact FAA to let them know you're having an event. Is that correct?
Yeah, the way the airports around the having noticed and no flying around here because it's gonna be a lot of paramotors here, and the aircraft I see up and down every day. You know.
So you're asking
how you guys do?
Okay, Will, he's asking about modems. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Nodems. He's asking about nodems. How do you notify the airports around the area that he's having an event?
I would do it through the Flight Standards District Office. I would start there. Just call the local Flight Standards District Office or FSDO, and then they would disseminate the information, I believe. If that, the other one would be a flight service station, but yeah, I think I would go with the FSDO. Start with the FSDO and just tell them that you want to put out the word that such and such activity, paragliding activity, whatever, during these times and during this general location, they would be the ones to help you out.
Marcos, is that what you're asking? Your microphone or internet connection is breaking up terribly, so I'm just trying to make sure that
it's breaking up. It's bad connection.
It's bad connection. I have no idea.
But we can hear you. If you repeat, we can hear definitely you.
Right. I just want to make sure, Marcos, you just wanted to know about the notifications to the other airports, whether or not you're having an event or not, correct?
Yeah, if all these aircrafts flying are, you need to notify the airports around or someone say we have an event here. Carefully, so they can know we're here. Because
so that would be start with the Flight Standards District Office.
I will Hey, Marcos, I will send Krisztina the information for the phone number that you need to call to let them know that you're having this event, and then they will go from there, notify the other airports close to the area what is going on. Will that work for you, sir?
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay.
Another thing. The last time I saw pilots here don't have experience in flying and they try fly here. So make sure whatever is coming, everybody welcome. But if you don't have experience, better not fly. Training here to try to fly, you know.
Right. So if you're an inexperienced flyer or a pilot, you would prefer them to not fly at the fly-in at Sunniland. You would rather them get a little bit more experience and then come back, correct? Okay. And that makes sense. I mean, a fly-in is not a place to go to learn how to fly or have one or two flights in and go, hey, I think I'm going to go to a fly-in and fly. There's a lot to it.
Absolutely.
I spoke with Luis about the neighborhood center. We cannot fly over there. So the last time the police come here say you got correction center. I say no, we're not flying there. Okay, yeah, you might answer because that's I want to hear. Nobody flying on the correction center. And on the I have house here. The cow's good, it no bother. I don't see any problem with the cows. But now the neighbor, like I'm quarter mile from here, he had racing horses. So when come this police, they say, please don't fly over the horses got it. I see when with the paperwork we give them a map where can I fly because they fly low under the horses, above the horses, and the horses getting excited. So something like that before people take off, everybody know. Louis did a briefing for all the pilots in the morning, but some people get late and they don't listen whatever he say in the morning. Or some people come in afternoon, no listen what's happening in the morning. Or some people come in the next day and don't know what's going on about the briefing. So maybe
Marcos, you're talking about the horse races or the racing horses with the oval track, that area. Is it okay? So I'm just trying to help you out, Marcos, because the audio is breaking up very badly.
Okay.
There is a horse track. If you're flying and you see an oval track that's very nicely manicured and kept, do not fly over there. Do not fly near there. Those are very expensive horses, and if you injure one of those horses as a paramotor pilot, you are responsible for fixing that horse. So
that ain't gonna be cheap.
No, so do yourself a favor and stay away from. If you're flying, you see an oval track, start climbing, turn away, and go around it. And I'm trying to think of what else I heard him say. Marcus, I apologize. It's every third word is all we're hearing, so I'm trying to piece this together for you as best I can. You have a neighbor, the one that's about a mile from you. Is that the one with the horses, the race horses?
Yeah.
That you were talking about? Okay. And Marco's cows are perfectly fine with us flying over them at a reasonable height. They're used to it. What else am I missing, Marcos?
No, my horses, my cows, no, I don't have any issues on the event.
Right.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
Sunniland Ranch right here, right?
Um,
I'm looking.
Sunset.
I mean, it says Sunniland Ranch, so that's the private airport.
Yeah, right there.
Right?
Now,
Okay.
well,
Just to the south
right.
of it is
Now,
Okeechobee
if
County.
you see where's Sunnyland, you see something there?
Right here.
On the top of Sunnyland, they have a prison. Yeah, on the top right
Above
there,
it?
prison.
Oh yeah, there's a prison. You can't
You
fly
cannot
over the
fly
prison.
there.
Correct. I forgot about that one, Marcos.
Right.
That's to the north, correct? Of Sunnyland?
Yes, not Sunnyland.
Yeah, there is a prison there. It's
No.
plain as
I-
day. It's a prison.
So
Go
don't
ahead,
fly.
Marcos. Yeah, go ahead,
Right,
Marcos.
nobody can fly above it. Nobody can fly above there. Now, if you see west, you're able to fly anywhere west. East, one police live in the street where you put next to this, or you see the road in land where say 47.0, 545, 47.0.
Yes.
Right here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the tower.
So, from there, yes, that's the prison. Now, you see from, let's say, ranch, Sunnyland, let's say ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Right there live a cop, a police, a redneck. He say,
Yeah. So
if you come to my shooting, and I say, after 1,500 foot, I don't care you guys doing, but fly low on the roof. So, and then he say, if you want to fly, go west. And 1,500, you do whatever you want.
right.
You can go south, you can go east, you can go anywhere. So he say for go west.
So it's better to fly west from Sunnyland, and then actually I went southwest when I did fly, and there's just nothing but pastures and tons of outs everywhere. So if you do have engine problems, this is the place to fly because it's plenty of outs everywhere.
Yeah. Now, the one thing is I was considering is flying down to Lake Okeechobee. However, that direct route takes you right. Yeah, I mean, I'd need to do some investigation here at this airport. I don't know how busy airport that is or whatever. You can still fly into it. I mean, it's an uncontrolled field, but that doesn't mean it's a wise thing to do. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of things to look at.
When you take it off, you say you go north, and you turn left for making the approach to lake. If you fly go east, have one airport on the east side. I think it's the Aero Acres. Where there have some airport. Airport
Yeah, I see
is
Aero
not very busy airport, but in the weekends people go for breakfast. They have a breakfast. And
Oh, very nice.
I see a lot of aircraft up and down. You find north, I don't care. You can go anywhere north. West. So if
Okay.
it's good if you do a map from showing the horse stables and the officer house, no fly low there.
Okay.
So you will have
So,
Marcos. You will have
how the
the
height you
flyer. Marcos, you're going to have a flyer of all the areas we can't fly, correct?
I think is he there?
Yeah, I don't. All right, Marcos, you're going to have a flyer when we get there as pilots to tell us where we can and can't fly, correct?
Yeah, that's I spoke with Luis for make a map.
Right.
And in this map you can put a red mark with the red. Say no go to that point, no go to the prison, no go to the horses.
Right.
And when you fly somewhere you're not supposed to fly, you need to be above 1500.
Okay.
Well, how high do you guys used to go?
Mile.
4,950 feet.
Yeah, we could fly whatever, but Marcus, I don't mean to cut you short. I want to make sure because we're already past our time. I just want to make sure I bring in John real quick and verify that. John, do you have any places at you're flying that does not have or has a don't fly over zone?
No, no, it's pretty open airspace. The closest thing you got to worry about is about 25 miles to southeast. You hit Greensboro's Class C.
Okay.
Outer Rim, that's 25 miles away. It's just a great open place to fly.
Thank you, Will. Okay. Anything else anybody want to say? Because we got to get going. I just wanted to bring on John and Marcos and Krisztina to make sure that we get these fly-ins advertised and aired out. Marcos, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. John, I'm as a first-time flyer there in Virginia, I'm super excited. I love new places to fly. That was probably one of my big things with Sunniland. Sunnyland's only an hour and a half from my house, but Virginia's a little bit further, but I'm willing to make the haul just because it's a new place to fly, and I'm always willing to.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Look forward to see y'all.
All right. Eric, where can we find you, sir, on social media?
You can find me at ppglear.com, or you can find me on this show. Next week, we're going to talk to other promoters about other fly-ins. And you can also find Jade at paramotorgirl.com. And tomorrow, she is having on Jade Teresa Mixer. That's right. That's going to be a good show. So kind of excited about that one.
Will, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me at YouTube under Will Fly, or just go to willflyppg.com.
Awesome. John, do you have social media or anything that correlates with the fly-in?
We started a group called Easy Pace Fly-In.
Easy Pace Fly-In. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Started a group and hoping people will put comments there and things they like and don't like. And last year they posted, the guys posted some of their videos and pictures, and hopefully we'll do some more of that this year.
Very nice. Marcos, Krisztina, can we get you guys on social media or anything? How do we get a hold of you guys for information on the fly-in? You guys have a website or anything?
For now, you guys can reach me personally on as the flyer says, or by email, and we're gonna work on creating our own videos and we'll work on social media as well for future fly-ins.
Awesome. I look forward to meeting you guys again. John, I can't wait to meet you for the first time. With that being said, thank you all for coming on tonight and discussing the fly-ins. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes,
Everyone, you guys have a great night.
Cannot wait to
sir. Thank
see
you for
you.
doing this. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.